So originally what I had planned in this regimen was to only go 1 month at a time without washing my hair, but this time around I actually haven't washed my hair since month 4 and I'm about to hit month 6. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I wanted to use to explain the regimen I've been doing for the past nearly 6 months now. It wasn't originally intended to be any sort of like challenge. I see a lot of YouTube videos that are labeled like 6-month growth challenge or whatever. Originally, I was just trying to find the best length retention method for my 4C hair, so I went to the most extreme method I could find, and I've been doing that for the past 6 months. So I figured I would take some time to tell you all about that. So if you're interested, stick around. Okay, so basically the regimen I've been doing started off as a Minitwist regimen. As you can see, my hair is still in twist, but they are no longer mini. They're of greatly varying sizes, if you can see that. This is probably the thickest twist I have in here. And this is closer to the original size. They are still small twists, but by no means mini. And the only reason I made this transition is because it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to redo, 100+ little twists every month was just, it was not working out for me. So gradually, as the weeks progressed, I would just combine several twists at a time because I could not handle it. So basically what I was doing, let's go step by step. My regimen happened in 1-month blocks, 1-month blocks of time. So the 4 main points of focus throughout this entire regimen was washing, detangling, moisturizing, and styling. So what made this regimen different from what I used to be doing is that I changed something integral in each of those 4 things and have been implementing it consistently over the past 6 months. So let's start with the washing. What I changed most during this regimen was I did not use shampoo at all. So I actually switched to using clay wash for the first time, and as you can see, I went back to the OG. Y'all, I am so late. I know Natural done told us about this back in 2009, but I was not having it. So here I am on the late train using Terra Essentials. This is what I've been using for the past 6 months. I've been clay washing my hair once a month instead of using shampoo like I used to be doing. So after I washed my hair, I actually did not deep condition. Please don't come for me. Let me explain. So the first wash day, I actually did try to use deep conditioner because that's just always been a habit for me. It's just an obvious thing one with the driest hair type should be doing. So I used my mud wash, rinsed it out, and then applied my deep conditioner. And I noticed that it had a hard time coming out. And I think that perhaps it just doesn't react well with the clay wash. I think that maybe the mud wash doesn't rinse out all the way, and that's okay. And the deep conditioner just like formed some weird sort of like congealing mixture on my hair. It was very strange. And so basically that month my hair was just full of deep conditioner mud wash mix, and thankfully it didn't have any adverse effects. It's just I knew that my hair wasn't clean per se, so I did not do that anymore. clearly deep conditioner does not mix well with my mud wash regimen. So I only did that for 1 month, and then for each consecutive month I only mud washed my hair. I did not deep condition it at all, and I had no moisture issues. So try it before you buy it, just gonna say that. It's not as bad as it sounds. The next thing I would usually do in my regimen is oil rinsing with olive oil, which I have here in Le Beautiful Melanin Hair Care bottle. No, it is not the Melanin Hair Care oil. It is olive oil. But the bottle is A1. So I will then oil rinse my hair with that in the past, and I did keep that aspect of my regimen during this past 6 months. So as a recap, the whole wash process was just wash with mud wash, oil rinse with olive oil. Bam, done. And mind you, no twists were being removed during this whole process. I just would go in with my twist in, rinse it out, oil rinse, and then bam, I was out of the shower. That was it. It was fantastic. Not gonna lie, this regimen has been a time saver. So after washing, what I would normally do in my previous regimen is detangle, but this was one of the biggest changes for this twist protective style regimen. I did not let my Denman brush or any sort of hair tool touch my hair for this entire period. And that is the biggest change that I was actually trying to implement. That's the reason I chose Minitwist as the protective style, because I knew that if they were already in tiny little sections, I wouldn't need, to do any heavy duty detangling with a tool, because the sections were so small my fingers could deal with it. So I chose Minitwist because I didn't want to use detangling tools on my hair. Okay, so for these past 6 months, I have not brushed or combed my hair at all. Only my fingers have been used to detangle my hair, and at a frequency of once per month. Sometimes I'll detangle like very minimally when I'm remoisturizing, but it's not my whole head of hair. So let's just say I did one thorough detangling session once a month. We've discussed wash day and detangling. The next important point is styling. So since this was a period challenge regimen I chose to do to optimize my length retention, my styling practices during this entire thing were, of course, protective styles. Everyone seems to have their own definition of what that means, so I'm not going to get into it, but basically the way I styled my hair was so that my ends were as protected as possible, meaning they were off of my shoulders and they were tucked away. So the style that I did like 80% of this entire period is the style that I show you at the end of my how I moisturize 4C hair video, whatever. I'll link it in the cards. This is literally my first time doing this ever in my life, so I have no idea where the cards are, but somewhere up there. So in that video, I show you how I do my protective style and I like pin it up, whatever. I literally did that every week for the past 5 months. The only time my hair was out of that protective style was 1, wash day, 2, during the week after wash day where I was detangling all my little mini twists, because yes, it took a week. There was 1 month it took 2 weeks because I was just not having it. But even so, even during that period where it wasn't, perfectly tucked away in my style, I did put it in some other protective style. Like, so those 2 weeks where I was detangling my hair after wash day, in small sections, it wasn't just like out and about, like for those 2 weeks. It was not free game for my hair to come out to play. No. The twists that had been detangled, I would like put in a twist and like put that in something, and then the twists that weren't detangled were like moisturizing in a bun. Like it looked we don't know how it looked. We have no witnesses. It's just, party of one for what went down. So that aside, the point is my ends were not free ever. Never free. Always tucked away off of my shoulders so that they were making the least amount of contact possible with outside elements and things. So I mentioned that my hair was in that particular protective style for about 80% of the time during these past 6 months. So 10% was, like I was saying, those in between wash days, still detangling period of time. And then the remaining 10-ish% was if I ever like went out for some special event or like for some reason just really needed to have my twists not in a 100% tucked away state, and I would take it down and like of course moisturize it or wear it in a ponytail or something where it was touching my shoulders. That was maybe like 5 to 10% of the time. It was very rare. The amount of days I did that I can count on one hand. So to give you an idea of how frequently my hair was in the elements, that is all the information. Okay, so now we've gone through wash day, detangling, styling, and the very last pillar or point of this entire 6-month regimen was moisturizing, of course. So what I did for my moisturizing routine outside of wash day was once every week minimum, I would take down my protective style and moisturize it doing the routine that I previously linked above in the cards. Probably. So that never changed. I did that every weekend and put it right back up in my protective style. The only time I would moisturize more than that was if I ever was wearing my hair out as in like this, like down from my protective style, not out as in there was any twist out action or no hairs were single on their own out in the air. No, out means in only one layer of protective style instead of 2 layers of protective style. So on those days where I wore my twists like in a ponytail or whatever, I would always moisturize my hair at the end of that day and then put it back into my 2-layer protective style. So times like that. And then also if I felt like my hair was particularly dry, like in the middle of the week before I'd reached 7 days to remoisturize on schedule, if like I just felt like it was like it wasn't going to make it until Saturday, then I would moisturize it, but I wouldn't do the full like super in-depth and thorough moisturizing like I showed in my video. I would maybe like spray it with water, because usually the part that felt really dry was like up here, which is, if you saw the protective style, you'll see that's the part that's pretty exposed. So I would like spray that and then maybe like put leave-in conditioner and then some of the oil. But I usually wasn't taking it down and doing the thorough moisturizing regimen from that video. So at most, I probably moisturize my hair twice a week for like 4 weeks out of the 6 times 4 is 24 out of the 24. So not a very large percentage. So that is all that I did. It was not complicated. The most difficult part of all of this, besides detangling like 100 plus mini twists like once every 4 weeks for only the first like 2 months, because I really gave up early, was just not getting to like see my hair for such a long period of time. I've always looked forward to wash day. I've never related to the naturals who be like, I can't with wash day, like I'm trying to never like put off wash day as long as possible. I can't. I'm like, when is the next wash day? I'm trying to see my hair, y'all. Anyways, that pity party is over. So I laid these out nicely for you to see how simplistic these last 6 months have been, as a whole picture. This is all I've put in my hair. This is all I've let touch my hair, aside from bobby pins. Literally, these 2 bobby pins and this for the past 6 months. Maybe some lock clips now and then, but that's beside the point. So, my shampoo, no deep conditioner, my olive oil for oil rinsing, my leave-in conditioner for leaving in, and then my castor oils for sealing. The holy grail of 4C natural hair, wash day, moisturizing, everything routines, castor oil. And then my spray bottle for all of my in-between moisture needs. Done. That is it. Okay, I'm also thinking about inserting like a super random length check that's not really helpful for anybody, because I'm not going to measure it with a measuring tape and you're not going to see where it lands on my body because I just want to pull it out into the air. So if that's going to be in here, it's going to be right now. In addition to that, exciting news is today is 5 months and 3 weeks since I've started this regimen. So next weekend will be 6 months, which means next weekend I can finally take out my hair. I will be filming absolutely everything. There's gonna be a wash day video. I'm gonna trim my hair. It might be loose at some point. Don't say you heard it from me. Might blow it out. I got the itch, y'all. I might blow it out, so that could be a thing. Length checks coming to you. Y'all don't know. I think this is it. I think this is gonna be where I hit waist length. Like, I've been looking at that back piece of hair like for the past year, so I think this could be it. And if you don't want to miss it, subscribe. Okay, I'm done. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Oh, wait, I didn't show my hair. Crazy.